Okay, so I was told my last video with the old tractor got a lot of views, so I'm making another video. This is a Farmall tractor. I don't know how old it is. I am trying to figure that out. Normally you can tell the age by some of the numbers that you can find on here, like here, back here. This is the firing sequence. Anyway, let's see. The tractor, if you don't have a battery, can be stored here. And I'm sure there's a lot of folks out here who already know this, but this will be for some youngsters to possibly take into consideration. So, if you didn't have a battery and you wanted to store it, this is a key, more or less, that you put in here, okay? I'm not going to do it. It's a very dangerous thing. But anyway, probably wouldn't have the strength to do it. You crank this. Many people have broken an arm, pulled a shoulder out, all this kind of stuff. When you do that, it engages the fan and the motor and all that kind of stuff, and it can do you physical harm. So we bought this tractor for $100, and you're probably looking at it thinking, yeah, it looks like it. But surprisingly enough, it does run. What's interesting about it is the way this little Bush Hog is rigged up, which I already have another Farmall tractor over there. I'll show y'all in a second, but this kind of unique because it takes a super long belt. I mean, it's the first time I've ever seen one like this, and it has several pulleys. 1, 2, 3. And the man who had it had this pole here for him to put a nice little umbrella. This, you pull, it doesn't have hydraulics. So you push down to take the weight off of it. You pull the handle and you let down, and this raises and lifts the belly pan. We don't have the battery on it right now because we just bought a new one today. Now the carburetor, we actually had a little trouble with that, but I also have my grandfather's old Farmall that is a yard decoration. Still has some usable parts. So we went out there, we took the floats out, and we changed them out with the floats that were in here. Obviously, maybe something had frozen in there, and the floats were actually dented. So we swapped them out with the other Farmall tractor. If you look in here, this is a little gas bowl. You can see the rust. That's a whole lot better than what it was initially. I mean, we had to take that off, and I pressure washed the inside. Actually, I should have run some gravel through it and shaken it and all that, but we didn't, and we just kind of continually empty the bowl as it gets dirty. Let's see what else I can tell you about it. This particular tire, you're probably thinking, holy cannoli, how is that? Well, let's put it like this. There's a tube inside, and my husband ordered a new tube, but he got the wrong size. So we went back to using the tube that was already in here, which was the right size, but had a hole in it. P.S. Never underestimate the ability of super glue on the tube of a tire. Let's see what else we did. So $100, a battery. Switched out some floats from the old Farmall in the yard. Sharpened the blades. But as far as money being spent on it, oh, and the bowl. We did get a new bowl. I think that's pretty much it. It has the power of a cat. It is not very strong, but it runs, and it cuts grass. It's not a very strong bush hog. It's not something that you can get into some really tall, thick grass or anything. I say it's a city bush hog, if you ask me, because that's its temperament. Now, this is the handle here that once you have the clutch pressed, which would be this one, okay? So once you have the clutch pressed, you pull this back, that engages the belly pan and the mower portion of it, or the bush hog portion, however you want to call it, really disturbed over the fact that I can't determine what year this is. Yes, it has the serial number on it, but the serial number only indicates that it's a Model A. I think on the one that was my grandfather's, it's in the front yard, which I'll show you in a second, I think I was able to determine the year on that. I've since then forgot. Nonetheless, I've tried every place I could to find additional numbers, and using charts online, tried to decipher. But yes, this is what $100, a battery, and a new gas bowl will get you. We'll start it up later.